Hello guys, I thought I'd do my James Bond collection first before I do my K9 remote control. So here it goes. I put them in order like this because they're easier, and also in my other videos, as you might have seen, I have changed my room. So I have no longer got my single bed, so my bed has been updated into this lovely big thing. But anyway, let's carry on. So first of all, Doctor No, fantastic story, 1962. It's not a bad story for the first Bond film. Goldfinger, another brilliant story. Sean Connery as Bond, James Bond. From Russia with Love, another fantastic story. Thunderball. You only live twice. Do you? No, you only live once. On Her Majesty's Secret Service, George Lazenby's first and final film. It's an interesting story. Makes a change from seeing Sean Connery, but I prefer Sean Connery than George Lazenby. And so did the producers of James Bond. So they got him back to do Diamonds Are Forever. The name's Moore, Roger Moore. Here we go, Live and Let Die. Another brilliant story. Love the theme in this. Starting theme song's brilliant. Never Say Never Again, Sean Connery. This is more of a it's not made by the people that make James Bond, but still it's just James Bond in it. Can't admit Roger Moore is not James Bond. He is definitely James Bond. So yes, Never Say Never Again. The Man with the Golden Gun. This is a brilliant story. It contains what's his name? I've forgotten his name. Oh no, I've forgotten his name. Christopher Lee, there we go. Christopher Lee. If you don't recognise Christopher Lee, then you notice him in the Hammer horror movies as the vampire. Fantastic story. There's a little midget called Nick Nack in that one. The Spy Who Loved Me. Another fantastic Bond story. First time you see Jaws. And the iconic Lotus Esprit that goes in the water and comes back out, and then somehow there's a fish that comes in there, and then James Bond chucks him out on the beach. Moonraker, another interesting story with Jaws in it. Then we have For Your Eyes Only, another interesting film. Bond's sort of a bit different in this one, I think, compared to the rest of them. But never mind, still another good story. Octopussy. There's an actress in this that was in one of the other films. She's there. I think she's the one that's called Octopussy. Is it focusing? No, it doesn't want to focus. Anyway, that's that one. Then we have A View to a Kill. Roger's last film. Shame really, he's more like the Tom Bakers of James Bond. Fantastic story, by the way. It's got Christopher Walken in it. And love the music by Duran Duran. Next we have, the name is Dalton, Timothy Dalton. The Living Daylights. Fantastic story. It's a shame that he didn't do a third film, but never mind. So yes, that's another fantastic story. License to Kill. Again, another fantastic Bond story, and the only one that's a 15. The rest before this were PG. Parental guidance is advised. Then we have the name's Pierce Brosnan. Or the name's Brosnan, not. Oh well. Anyway, carry on. GoldenEye. First time we see Pierce Brosnan. This is the first time they put 12 on him. I like Pierce Brosnan. Roger Moore and Pierce Brosnan, brilliant. Tomorrow Never Dies. Special edition. This is an American edition, but unfortunately I couldn't watch the American version, so they've put the region 2, our region 1 in there. So it's a bit odd really, because I look at these special features and I'm like, oh, they look interesting, but I can't even watch them. So anyway, the world is not enough. Anyway, Pierce Brosnan's World is Not Enough. It's a fantastic story. I like Christmas Jones, or whatever her name is. I forgot. I haven't watched these in a long time. Yes, good film. And we have the last Brosnan film, 2003. 2-disc DVD with over 10 hours of special features. Over 10 hours, eh? It's a fantastic story, this is. I love this film. It's a bit far-fetched with the disappearing Aston Martin, no? I've also got the PlayStation 2 game here, Nightfire. God, I'm playing that for ages. Anyway, the name's Craig. Daniel Craig. Here we have Casino Royale. It says single disc edition, but there's also it's more like a 2-disc, as I put the News of the World one in there. So yeah. Daniel Craig, I didn't like him at first, but after Quantum of Solace, he got to me. So that's his first film. Oh, that's his second. No, this is his second film. That's his first one. Quantum of Solace. There's a pretty good film. A lot of action in that one. Celebrating the 50th anniversary of James Bond, we have Skyfall. I think this is the one that's not based on an actual book, but only bits of it are. So last time we see Judi Dench as well. Then we have Spectre, a newly released Bond film. A fantastic story. We've got an old villain back, and if you didn't know, Spectre is in most of the films. And so yes, they're the Bond films. They've got a documentary, The Cars of James Bond. So on the back you got the Aston Martin DB5, the Lotus Esprit that goes underwater, and the Citroen 2CV, the best James Bond car getaway car I've ever seen in a film. Citroen 2CV just glides across water. Well, it doesn't literally glide across water. It's made of brilliant steel. Though farmers use them apparently in France. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This is Bond, James Bond, and this is me signing out. So thank you very much for watching this James Bond DVD collection update. That's not an update, but you know. And see you soon for my next review. Goodbye.